The latest controversies have sent shockwaves around the country as persons have voiced their opinions via protests, the internet and social networks, and even through local radio stations. This matter has caught the attention of Human Rights Commissioner Doreen Quelch-Mizek, who says persons must be careful about what they say.
Oftentimes when we have freedom of assembly, we talk about freedom of expression because people say things or they write certain things on placards. So to me, they go hand in hand. And whilst we may have that right to freedom of expression, one has to be careful what they say because that right does not give you the freedom to defame other person's character or bring into disrepute other person's character.
During yesterday's edition of Expressions, hosted by Robert Hall, persons in the community called and made remarks on the topic of Dr. Linda Williams and Chief Executive Mark Cape's matter. Mizek did not give a direct statement to persons making these comments, but says that generally slander and defamation of character is an offense to the law.
There are laws here in our jurisdiction that specifically speaks to such matters as slander, libel. And so I caution people while you shout and say, I have a freedom of expression. Yes, you do have a freedom of expression, but it comes with responsibility. And one must be careful because you can be hauled before the court to defend what you have said about someone, especially if it's detrimental to a point where it has affected their work, their family life, or them as persons, as people, their character, there's damage. You have to be careful. Defamation is a serious matter. And until we recognize that here in the Turks and Caicos Islands, we're going to continue to have these unsubstantiated and salacious accusations hurled at people in the community.
Mizek went on to say that the defamation laws in the Turks and Caicos Islands needs to be strengthened and enforced to ensure that persons take caution when making comments about others during their time of freedom of speech, but says that in the meantime, persons being targeted and attacked by others verbally should take action.
Until we start really putting our foot down into this, with this regard, people are going to continue to malign you and be malicious and say all sort of evil and all sorts of things about you. And that's not right. That's not the way to build a society. That's not a way to build a country. You know, it's like people wake up in the morning just to say bad things about other persons, and it's not right.
Mizek ended by saying that while she supports the right to assemble peacefully and freedom of speech as Human Rights Commissioner, she finds it necessary to share her views on both issues for a more peaceful and united country. For WIV4 News, I'm Amanda Miller.